It's like, if I want to kill myself, I will. It's not hard to die. I could do it like right now. But like, number two,
Jesus Christ.
yeah, no, but that's real. Like, you gotta be honest. Like, why is everybody pretending like everything's okay? Everything's not okay. Like, we are more connected than we've ever been. But I feel more alone than I've ever been. Like, everybody stunts on Instagram. Everybody stunts all the time. Nobody shows like their buddy's funeral.
Nobody wants to feel vulnerable.
Nobody wants to be vulnerable. People thought I was crazy because I was honest. That was it. He's like,
thanks, Granddad. Granddad, what do you do when you can't do nothing, but there's nothing you can do?
You do what you can.
I'm feeling this. I'm your professor, I will test you in the worst way. Don't bring a scantron, it's pop quizzes all day. Cause of our chemistry, we do biology. Man, what's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving, right? Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail, but more importantly, you saw that clip. You know, Donald Glover, Childish Gambino. And I've heard this, and I'm sure you've heard this over and over again, how people talk about how, social media isn't real life, and people are living their life through social media, and people are, like you said, everybody's connected but feel alone, and people are pretending. And people want to be famous. People want to be rich and famous. People want to live the glamorous life. You're lucky I forgot the words to the song. But what winds up happening is you're trying to connect to people you may never know. And for what? And I see this all the time because people are really yearning for a one-on-one connection. So, families aren't as close as they used to be because people are scattered. I see people having friends, and sometimes friends come and go, but you're not really having a good connection with friends because friends are trying to backdoor each other over dumb stuff, and people swear that they can be alone and loners. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. A lot of y'all, the vast majority of people cannot be by themselves. Like, I'm one of those people who can, but I'm gonna explain to you what I'm saying. I was the only child. You know what I'm saying? I moved a lot. So I really didn't get stable until 5th grade. You know what I'm saying? And then when I graduated high school, I moved to college, and I transferred to another college. So I lived in multiple cities. Had stints with my family along the way. But I was comfortable being in places and spaces where I was the only person I knew, and I was uncomfortable. So when you're raised to interact with people, but they're gonna come and go, you learn that people come and go at an early age. You're cool with it. You're cool with, okay, well, let me just do my thing, and move forward. A lot of other people aren't cool with that. Even when I see people who are online all the time and gaming and this, that, and the third, they're trying to connect. Some of it are doing it in a weird way, but they're trying to connect. And when you see a lot of people who are unhappy, and you got to ask yourself, maybe you're unhappy because you're afraid of living. And when I said how I grew up a little bit, somehow I grew up, what people might not understand is what I'm about to say is I wasn't afraid of living because I kept going to different environments. So while I'm here, I might as well enjoy myself. But I was able to enjoy myself and then go chill out because, I don't have stage fright. I went like all the phases. If I'm nervous about something, I might have butterflies, but I'll still do it. If I wanted to approach somebody, I would. Fear or no fear. You get what I mean? So what happens is people are late bloomers in the sense of they're really not having those interactions at an earlier age. They're really not feeling uncomfortable at an early age. So now You're trying to get fans, followers, fans, of to make you feel like you're important. And all you need to be is to be important to yourself first, and important to the people who care about you the most. But you have to be vulnerable enough to be around people who might hurt you. Every relationship is not going to be a good relationship, whether it be family or friends. And you have to be willing to take that chance, And I see it all the time. Like, that's why sometimes I say people are like attention junkies. That's social media. Adrenaline junkies. That's people who just, are reckless because it's fun. Some people are sympathy junkies. So they constantly put themselves in bad situations for you to feel sorry for them, Um, some people are let's say power junkies, so they try to get leverage over people because I might not have your love or your respect, but since I got leverage over you, you got to deal with me type of situation. And what you're seeing is people sometimes evolve, sometimes devolve because they're just pretending to be. And a lot of us don't really get it, but one of the reasons why you're unhappy is because you don't enjoy happy moments. You don't enjoy the good times when they're good. You got to compare whatever good time you might be having with something better in your mind that you made up or something that you saw on social media. I remember a while ago, there's a clip of Kevin Gates talking about, he had to get off of social media because it was making him depressed and sad. He's like, is everybody doing good? And it's like, and somebody had to tell him, well, he said it. That's people's highlights. People are putting up their highlights. So even when Donald Glover was talking about, nobody shows friend's funeral, first and foremost, you wouldn't do that. That's trifling. Believe me, that's trifling. But people do show their emotional moments, even on social media. And what happens is you get clowned for it. You'll go viral for being vulnerable. You're going to be a meme. So it just adds on to people being a persona. And I think one of the worst things to be in the world is a persona, because if people don't like your persona, then you might be scared to be the real you. And if people like your persona, then you might be scared to be the real you. So it's a lose-lose situation, in my opinion. And it might be a little resentment there also. So yeah, people are pretending, man. People are, acting up. Like even when you get on, if you would get on dating sites, I would say all those, but the vast majority of those people are pretending. I'm better than I am. I'm looking for more than I than I am looking for. Nobody's on my level. It's the same thing over and over again. But the issue is when it comes down to stop pretending and living in real life, I think people are more afraid about the ups and downs of real life. So they're committed and comfortable with pretending, because pretending can't necessarily hurt their feelings as much as the real thing, because pretending isn't real. So that's just my thoughts on that. You tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch you on the next one, man. Peace. You ever been at the top of the universe? I'm gonna take you.